Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some insano conspiracy theories. We have people literally saying things like, what if this is an elaborate detractor's plot? I'm serious. People are saying this. What if people who don't like you have set this up to ruin you or whatever? All right? Well, I would say a few things. Number one, if this is an elaborate detractor plot, this is probably the most elaborate plot ever. Like, this is more elaborate than them catfishing me for a year and a half and pretending to be someone else to become a moderator and then pretend to be my friend, but then try to, like, hurt me or leak information or get me banned. And that happened twice. That literally happened twice in my years as a content creator. And this is, I'd say this is more elaborate than that. This is more elaborate than them completely fabricating this situation with fucking mobile games, providing years, apparently, of fake Discord chats and completely falsified information about bank statements, all the shit they've done there, right? It's more elaborate than that. It's more elaborate than when we had a fake escort, right? That didn't exist, but was, again, more catfishing, fooling people with all this fake information. It's the most elaborate thing they've ever done. But you know what? It's not impossible. I would say it's not impossible. Seriously, I wouldn't put anything past anyone because people are absolutely insane. And you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? Is there someone who works at Comcast who has control over this kind of shit, has a bug up their ass about me, and is willing to risk their job to fuck with me? Maybe. You know, because some people have said, well, I don't understand, Phil, if your internet's screwed up, why about your neighbors? Well, my neighbors wouldn't be affected. Why? They would only be affected if the internet outright went down. I have completely different hardware and a completely different setup than them. I have all business class modems and different accounts. They don't have that. They just have residential internet that's called Xfinity. Mine's a completely different thing. So that's why, like, even though I'm using the same lines as them, unless it's an outright, oh, internet's completely out, they likely would have no idea that I have any problems because we're on different lines and everything, different accounts and everything. You see what I'm saying? Now, what's funny is Tyler in the chat says, really, dude, you're not that important. I know. Tyler, I think you have reached my point. I'm not important. I'm Joe Nobody. I have a little presence on the internet, right? A few hundred viewers a stream, a few thousand viewers a video, if that. Probably 1,000 people on this planet who genuinely like what I do and support it. But I'm able to make a living doing it. And a lot of people have issue with that. They don't like that I can still be successful. You know what I'm saying? They hate me for some reason, and you tell me that doesn't make sense. You're right, it doesn't make sense. I agree with you, Tyler. That's my point. None of this makes any sense. Would you have catfished people for a year and a half to pretend to be someone to become a moderator of mine? Would you have elaborately invented a bunch of falsified information about mobile gaming? Would you have pretended to be an escort, faking that you were visiting me and doing all this for like a 6-month period? Do you see what I'm saying? None of this makes sense. Absolutely none of it makes any sense at all, and it's all happened. So I wouldn't put it past someone to say they're nuts, they're complete losers, and they're wasting their life, and they're actually risking their livelihood to fuck with me. I don't think that's the case. I think that's the wildest conspiracy theory. So I really don't believe that that's the case at all. Okay? But it's a possibility, right? I guess the weirdest thing about it is that the way the internet blipped out, we were live streaming Spider-Man, and it went from green to red, and then right back to green within 60 seconds. So within a minute, everything was back up and running. And that makes me feel like that's a firmware update. You know what I mean? Because if it was a DDoS attack, which it's not because no one has my ISP or my IP, but if it was a DDoS attack by some random reason, let's say someone does have a bug up their ass about me or whatever, my whole modem would have had to cycle and restart, and that takes a while. And I would have noticed that, and that's not what happened. It just went bloop, and then bloop, came right back, and I was able to stream within 60 seconds. So it definitely feels to me like that's the case. You know what I'm saying? But what happened and what changed and what is screwing with my internet, I don't know. I really feel like it's a DNS issue, because how is it that I can half connect to the internet but not fully? How is it that only one device is working and not others? How is it that when we tried changing the DNS address to Comcast, to Google or Cloudflare servers, that I was able to at least partially get on the net. Right? So that's got to be it. Now the question is, what's the solution? I don't know. I don't know what changed, so I don't know how Comcast could possibly fix it. Are they going to come in and say, we don't know shit, so just change out both modems completely and see if that fixes it? That might happen. They might be like, I don't know. Just change both modems. And that would be insane if that happened, but that might happen. You know? So I guess we're going to find out today. But the problem is, I don't know when they're going to arrive. Again, they could arrive within about 35, 40 minutes, or they could take hours. I don't know how long this is going to take to fix. And again, this is not their fault. This tech that comes in, I'm going to be so nice to this person. Because can you imagine working as a Comcast tech? You literally are walking into a hornet's nest every time you walk into a business or a home. You have no idea what's going on because no one gives you any information. This person is literally probably just told, so his internet's out, you got to fix it. That's it. So they're thinking it could be a line. It could be, it could be a simple thing. Maybe the guy's a dunce and doesn't know how to restart his modem. It's good. And then you're going to walk in and like, oh, fuck. This is going to be the most elaborate thing, right? Yes, Franco, hello. I remember you were trying to help me the other day. Thank you very much for that. Okay? Franco, my modem upstairs is not working fine. It's not. I already you missed out on some information. My upstairs, my browsers on my desktop will not work properly. My Firefox browser won't load YouTube at all. I try to do it and it says there's no internet connection, but then it'll load like x.com, it'll load other sites, but it won't load YouTube. There's weird shit going on, and it's not what you're saying, okay? And again, you got to remember, I've directly connected to my modem. I haven't used any router or anything. I've tried plugging directly in with the Ethernet cable. It didn't fix this problem, okay? So, anyway.
I got the drip going. 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 I got the drip going.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop.
So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.